Okay, put something else on then.
Where are you?
In here, working on a video.
Finally, a Twitter plea from a teen for a year of free Wendy's chicken nuggets is now the most retweeted post of all time, followed by the time Justin Bieber accidentally tweeted out the number 3. Ladies and gentlemen, we have a great show for you sinister. Suddenly there were no